We're taking you now live to a briefing in Johannesburg. Religious leaders affiliated to the South African Council of Churches have just concluded a meeting with the members of the ANC's top six. The meeting comes amid calls for the president to step down. We take you live to Khotso House in Johannesburg, where religious leaders are addressing the media.
We pray for. And we recognize that prayer is not only Christian prayer, all faiths are praying for a South Africa we can all be proud of. And that is why we're happy to be together as we work on this. It's got 5 elements that deal with healing and reconciliation, poverty and inequality, family challenges, and economic transformation. But finally, and most importantly for today, it deals with anchoring democracy, dealing with the issues of maladministration, corruption, and the loss of public trust in public institutions. And this whole issue that had us go to meet with the African National Congress today is really right in the space of anchoring democracy. And so I will read what we have prepared. It's a short statement that the representatives of the broad spectrum of faith communities of the country today met with the African National Congress. Our expectation was that we would have the opportunity to meet with all 6 national officials of the ANC. However, we were disappointed at the absence, particularly of the president and the deputy president, which the ANC acknowledged. And their explanation was that it was more easy to have those that are not in government to be available because of the short notice and the others. Otherwise, the alternative would have been for us to wait for some time next week or so. The delegation raised concerns about Ngandla, the Constitutional Court ruling, and the question of state capture, and particularly the Gupta phenomenon, which has become symbolic of the whole issue of state capture. In our presentation to the African National Congress, we requested the party leadership to assist the president to resign in the best interests of the country. There have been several requests from various church leaders to meet directly with President Zuma, and we expect that that will possibly make it easier to have a direct engagement because this is all a pastoral concern rather than a political campaign. That's the end of our statement.
Thank you, Secretary General. Now you can, if you got questions, please you just raise your hand. Only the leadership, only 3 will be able to fill those questions. That is the SG, Bishop Siwa, and Pastor Makoli.
Thank you so much. My name is Govin Whittles from Eyewitness News and 702. I'd just like to get some clarity, please, whether the request for the president to resign from his position is shared by all the religious faiths that are shared here today, and whether we could please get some details about what exactly the religious groups were concerned about in the Constitutional Court judgment and with regards to state capture. Thank you so much.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, Aldrin Simpier from SABC TV News. Why exactly is it that the religious leaders want the president to resign? What is it in his leadership skills that the religious leaders are not happy with? And have you ever raised the issue with the president to resign, considering that the South African Council of Churches had a meeting with the president in December? Did you ever raise that issue with him, that we're not happy with your leadership and we think that you should resign?
Before we continue, leadership, do you want to allow 3 questions and then respond and give some more questions? Yeah, I think respond to the 2.
Let you take the first one, I'll take the second.
You do the first one, I'll do the second.
Bishop Siwa will take the first one, and Pastor Ray will take the second one. The
response to the first question is that we all agree to request the president to resign. Our point of departure is not the legal issues, though not excluding them, but the moral, from the moral issue, the loss of moral integrity to continue to take the nation forward. And we trust that the people of South Africa will join together in that call in the best interest of the country and not a personal attack on the president. So asking him to resign is not to say let's throw the president away, because the issues are far bigger than that. But he is a representative of the political leadership of the nation. Thank you.
I think that the heart of the nation is what we've been sensing in our constituencies and trying to get the heartbeat of what's going on. And we realize there's tremendous pain, there's discouragement, and people are questioning us a lot about what we feel and what we could do and what we could go ahead with on the basis of dealing with some of the issues. We felt strongly that we felt a lot of pain, as I know that some more longer, and seen the history of things in our nation take place, and felt that we needed to be in a position to where we could express that of our constituencies and of our leadership and those that we do represent. And the pain of us, the pain even in the ANC, and the pain of the people was one of the instruments of us getting involved in doing what we did today. But we felt in agreement. We spent much time in reflection of it. We spent much time debating it. We spent much time speaking about it. Felt very strongly that it was now time to deal with some of these issues, particularly on the basis of the president of our country stepping down, resigning. That we needed also to address some of the morality in the country that people are unhappy about, and in leadership of the country. And so that was the motivation for us. And the history that we've seen over many years gone by, that sometimes the direction taken cannot be approved by everybody, and there's a strong sentiment that the direction that's been taken in the leadership in the country is not for the best of the nation, for our constituencies, or for the people of South Africa.
Thank you. There was a question raised about...
All right, cutting out of that news briefing live from Johannesburg at Khotso House, religious leaders giving a press briefing there after they've just met with the ANC's top six. We were hearing there from Ray McCauley of Rhema Church, but before that we heard from the SG of the South African Council of Churches addressing the media, noting first of all, as he started, the absence of the president and the deputy president. And he said that they basically discussed with the ANC leadership the Nkandla matter, the Concord rulings, as well as state capture. They asked, the Council of Churches asked the ANC leadership that the president should resign in the best interest of the country. They noted that this is not a political campaign, but in their words, rather the loss of moral integrity to take South Africa forward has been their main concern, which is the basis for their meeting with the ANC leadership. But we do have our reporter there at that briefing, so we will get updates from him, if not in this bulletin, coming up in our later bulletins.